Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront Updates and the monthly news roundup I do together with Alex from Star Wars Explained, covering everything from movie to gaming news in the Star Wars universe. So let's dig straight into it. In terms of gaming news in July, it's been very quiet. If you start off with Battlefront 2, the game got a July patch early in the month that included the new Hero Starfighters game mode where you can play, well, Hero Starfighters, as well as the Celestan skin and some lightsaber changes. Unfortunately, the patch also introduced quite a lot of bugs, one of which made Palpatine so powerful that they had to temporarily remove him from the game. He's still not back in the game, and he will most likely be returning sometime in August, potentially after 1 month of absence. If you move on to Galaxy of Heroes, they got their quarterly roadmap on July 5th, which included some of the content we already got in July, as well as the fact that they talked about other changes such as to the mods in the game. In terms of new content, they celebrated the 15th Star Wars The Old Republic anniversary by adding characters like Bastilla Shan and Jolie Bindo, and they were also followed by Mission Vow and Zalbar as new characters in the game, among other stuff that was added in July. And for Force Arena, they added a bunch of Rebels characters to the game, such as Ahsoka Tano as Fulcrum, Rebel Rex, Gar Saxon, Imperial Super Commandos, and a couple of ships. But that's all the Star Wars gaming news of July, so now over to Alex with movie and canon news.
Thanks, Elliot. The biggest Star Wars news for the month has to be the return of the Clone Wars. The beloved series will come back for 12 more episodes on the Disney streaming service that I believe is launching next year. We can pretty much guarantee that the Bad Batch and the Siege of Mandalore will be covered, and I expect one more arc, probably the Crystal Crisis on Utapau. Since we're talking about Comic-Con revelations, a number of new books and comics were also announced. Master and Apprentice by Claudia Gray will tell the story of Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi before the Phantom Menace. Queen's Shadow by E.K. Johnston will go into Padme's transition from Queen to Senator of Naboo after the Phantom Menace. The Tales from Vader's Castle comics will explore some spooky stories set in Star Wars that I expect will be aimed at a younger audience. And finally, 30 comic issues under the Age of Republic, Rebellion, or Resistance title will tell us stories of the heroes and villains that shaped each era. In TV news that isn't Clone Wars, Star Wars Resistance has been stated to premiere on October 13th in an official German Disney press release that has since been deleted. The episode, titled The Recruit, has the following synopsis. Resistance fighter Poe Dameron tasks young pilot Kazuda Kaz Ziono with spying on the First Order. At the time, little was known about the secretive organization and its strength. In order to fulfill his mission, Kaz travels to the space station Colossus, which is being used by many ships as a port to refuel and do repairs. However, there are also dangerous races taking place there. After Kaz bragged about his piloting skills, he is soon drawn into one of the races. We also got a blurry look at some of the characters in the show, including a red-armored TIE fighter pilot reminiscent of Cardinal from the Phasma book. My hope is that character is Cardinal and he just happens to be a pilot as well, but that might be wishful thinking. Moving on to Episode 9 news, it was announced that filming will begin today in London. All the major characters from The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi will be returning, along with Mark Hamill, Billy D. Williams, and Carrie Fisher, who will be in the film using footage that was shot for The Force Awakens and then not used. I'm very glad to have Luke, Lando, and Leia officially confirmed for what could be the final chapter of the Skywalker saga. Kerry Russell, Naomi Ackie, and Richard E. Grant will also be joining the cast. Finally, the home release of Solo has been announced for September 14th on digital and September 25th for Blu-ray. There will be a number of featurettes on the making of the film and a set of deleted scenes, including Han and Chewie having a snowball fight.
Thank you, Alex. That brings this video to an end. If you haven't checked out Alex's channel already, make sure to do so if you want to keep up with everything Star Wars, basically. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.
What?